Ang Meralco Bulls nga po is looking for their second win. Ganon din naman para dito sa Star Hotshots. 1-1 ang Star. Ito namang Meralco is at 1-2. As this first quarter is about to get underway, hatid sa atin to ng Motolite. For express and service, call 370-6686. Ando, the youngest and shortest import we have this Governor's Cup. Point guard talaga kinuha nila dito. Yung original import nila, hindi na ako yung clearance mula sa Iran. Kaya ito, replacement na nga actually.
Well, if you look at the Meralco Bulls, marami silang mga point guard. Ang problema sa mga point guard nila, kung mapapansin mo, the past two conferences have been injured. Simon Atkins, Mike Cortez, parang nagpapalit-palitan sila sa injuries. So they wanted to get somebody like, say, Ando to be able to bring in a different thing. At alam mo, kapag meron kang isang Asian import that has a number of experience, yung mga point guards mo, yung mga locals mo, matututo din sa kanila. In practice, pwede mong maturuan, you know, especially the younger guys like Simon Atkins.
Dating miyembro ng 18 and under team ng Japan. Yung Asian import rather, ng Meralco na si Ando. 18 points in his PBA debut. Let's see if he can back it up with those same numbers tonight as Pingris is fouled by Hugnata.
Mark Fingers going to work early, trying to set up, trying to seal it si Reynel Hugnata.
Devance maglalabas ng bola. For the guys in yellow. PJ Simon hasn't really gotten himself going yet dito sa ating third conference. Let's see kung ito na ang inaantay niyang pagkakataon. Turnover nga lang ang Star Hotshots. Here comes Meralco. Ando over at the other end. Going over to Emmett. He did come up with 44 points last time around, pero doon, it took him 40 shots to get there as Ando misses on his first attempt.
If you look at Andre Emmett, he can score. Problema masyadong madaming attempts. And nababawasan ng attempts yung ibang mga locals. And now with, say, Ando there, he'll need to be able to share that basketball a little bit more to get the other guys going.
Devance will pull up. GDV will miss. Sa ilalim, it is Pingris, and he is fouled. That's either going to go against Emmett, Hodge, or Hugnata. Hodge ang napituan, ikalawa na niya.
Well, Cliff Hodge trying to help out sa offensive rebound itong si Mark Pingris. I like how Mark Pingris is responding to the call of Coach Tim Cone.
Riza, ano balita?
Magu, Andre Emmett has been very productive at na-appreciate yan syempre ng Meralco Bulls. Pero nakita nga nila na kahit pa umiskor to ng 44 at yung ibang locals eh hindi nakukuha nga yung usual number of touches nila, walang mangyayari. Kaya ang ginawa ni Coach Norman Black para mabalanse yung mga bagay-bagay, nagkaroon sila ng parang open forum. They open up the communication line between the reinforcements and the locals, and they all agreed upon one thing. They gotta share the basketball some more. Everyone gets a chance to contribute. Syempre magandang option pa rin lagi si Andre Emmett, but he has to remember there's 4 or 3 other guys that can actually help with that team. Magu.
Yung nag-iisang panalo nga ng Meralco so far as Mark Pingris has finally scored the first point of this Sunday afternoon. Nag-iisang panalo nila kontra San Miguel Birmen. That was a game kung saan nakakuha sila ng 23 points kay Gary David, 11 points mula dito kay Ray Guevara, 8 points mula kay Cortez, at tig 10 puntos si Hodge and Hugnata.
Wala pa kasi rin yung Asian import nila nun. So dagdag mo pa itong si Ando, titira din yan.
Star Hotshots go out on the run. Blakely feeding out for the first field goal of the game.
You know, one thing that's scary, kapag ganyan kadaming tinitirik ng isang import, mahirap kapag hindi ka na masyadong papasahan ng mga locals. So maganda yun na nag-usap-usap sila habang maaga.
Andre Emmett though finally gets Meralco on the board. Yun naman, kahit na may plano kayo to share the ball, pag nahihirapan, you know you can rely on this guy to put that ball in the hoop.
Yun naman yung isa, kailangan mo siyang tumira. Pero kailangan mo rin na maikot yung bola to be able to maximize the talent that you have. Okay, arguably, hindi kasing lakas itong Meralco as the other teams, but you still have guys that can score there.
Tandaan natin ang Meralco coming off that semi-final appearance doon sa second conference. Saan si Josh Davis, not known for his offense, ang nag-lead sa kanila.
Makita mo yun, madaming ginagawa para sa Meralco. He was able to handle really the rebounding department. That's why they were very successful.
Yap Metangan, Hodge right on him. Cliff already with 2 fouls. Ayaw nang tumigit masyado dito kay James. Simon has 6 seconds to try and generate a shot. Peter June Pilit ipinapagpag si Ando. Sumakay pa itong si Ugnatan. Mintis tuloy ang tira. Ando is pushing it for the white shirts of the Bolts. Emmet against Pingris. Ngayon si Sakuragi. Gusto niya yung mga challenge na ganyang import ng binabantayan. Emmet bothered. Out to Anthony. Sean puts it on the floor. Over to Hodge. Pull-up jumper. 16-footer is good.
Even if Meralco was able to score that time, stagnant offensiva nilang yun. Not really coming from anything. Basically, Ando just gave it to Emmet at pinakreate niya. He was not actually able to create much because natapik yung bola nung pagkatapos pinasa.
Devons, pasa niya, tumama sa tuhod neto ni Hodge. 10 segundo natitira sa shot clock netong Hotshots. Blakely kontra Anthony. Pupunta sila kay Simon. He wants to attack Ando. Susukatin ang depensa ng Hapon. JDV from deep. Di uubra. Emmet para sa board. Andre in the front court. Pingris ang sasalubong sa kanya. He goes to that shake and bake. Andre Emmet is fouled all the way to the cup.
We're gonna keep track kung ilan ang attempts nitong si Andre Emmet all throughout the ball game.
40 attempts no nakaraang laro. Okay, may 44 points. Ikaw ba ever, kahit mula nung grade school ka, pinayagan ka na ng coach mo tumira ng 40 beses?
Oo naman. Ako yung coach nun eh.
Playing coach naman bali. Paano mo papagalitan sarili mo?
Oo.
Paano mo ibabangko?
Hindi ba yun? Hindi ba yun? Ako ba team owner?
Ay, ganun. Hindi ka mababangko eh, no? Uy, 6-5 na. Nasa hafig dalaan ang Meralco. Naka-abante for the first time on this Super Bowl Sunday. Yap, may tangan ng bola. Look at Meralco spreading out their defense. Reyna Lugnatan lang ang waiting dun sa ilalim. Star Hotshots moving that leather around. Blakely to Simon, attacking that baseline. Peter June back to Blakely. Want to shoot. Naputokan na sila ng 24.
But good rotation that time on the ball para sa Star Hotshots. But credit the defense also of Meralco. They were keeping them busy. Hindi makita na si James, yap, libreng-libre sa corner for about 2 or 3 seconds already.
Ando once again gets it across. Pupunta siya kay Hugnatan. Meralco in motion. Hugnatan sliding to the baseline. Ando elects to give it up papunta kay Emmet. 10 segundo pa naman sa kanilang shot clock. Periols backing up kontra dito. Or Anthony rather. His kick out pass. Mapuputokan din ng 24. Itong Meralco.
Well, the Star Hotshots, one of the best teams in terms of letting their opponents take it from the outside. In the defensive end, sa kanilang pinakamababang percentage ng mga kalaban na makashoot sa 2-point area.
Number 2 nga sila actually sa pinamimigay na puntos per ball game as Peter June Simon shoves the Star Hotshots back ahead. His first bucket of the game. Ray Guevara scoring on that teardrop. All 3 games na Meralco nakalaro na si Ray Guevara Dom. The 2 losses, hindi siya umiscore. Lahat ng 11 puntos niya, doon niya na-score sa panalo kontra sa SMB.
Maganda kapag ginagamit ka na ginagamit, especially for Ray Guevara. He needs to be able to build that confidence. Kung yung career nitong si Ray, meron siya magagandang mga games, tapos yung mga sumusunod, hindi ganun kaganda. If he's able to play consistently well, mas maganda para sa Meralco.
Tandaan natin yan, si Ray Guevara, 3rd overall pick ng 2010 yan, behind Baclao and Aluseni. As a 3-pointer is buried by Ando. Atin sa atin yan. Ng PLDT Home Devolution turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Simon bothered, but Blakely picks it up and sends it home.
Marcus Blakely doing what he does best, really just energizing the Star Hotshots.
Walang buwelo, Dom. Pinulot lang yung bola at sinalampak na.
Ginagawa ko rin dati.
Talaga lang, ha?
Oh, sa 9 feet na rin.
Yan. Anthony misses. Yap picks it up. Tabla ang ating labanan. Nakalahati na ang first quarter of action. Emmet with a steal. Being chased down by Blakely. Emmet and Blakely. Ando doon. Si Guevara. Naku, sumabit sa ring nung hinabol yung follow-up.
Andre Emmet, parang hindi siya nakakuha ng buwelo doon. Hinabol talaga ni Marcus Blakely. Good anticipation. Oh, this is that dunk by Marcus Blakely.
He's getting it done on both ends of the floor. Explosive on offense, and he bothers Emmett on defense.
Baka hiyang kay Rey Guevara yung hairdo niya this conference.
Okay. King. Kontra dito kay Ildefonso. Takay, Danny I on the floor for the first time. Pingris goes cross court. James nagpakawala. Rebound, tinukot ni Guevara. Ay, nag-hesitate sa pagpasa. Papunta sana kay Ando or kay Emmett. Na turnover niya. Blakely kontra dito kay Guevara. Ray trying to stand his ground kontra dito kay Marcus. Inabot pa ni Blakely yung bola sa sikmura niya. Si Ray Guevara, no, back-to-back slam dunk champion na natin dito sa PBA. Tamo naman, not giving an inch.
So nakita mo yung na-anticipate niya yung bangga ni Marcus Blakely with his left shoulder.
Went away from play, another foul is whistled on Guevara. He's bumping into everybody right now.
May halong frustration. Dahil yung kanina, yung sinubukan niya dapat niya alley-oop slam, hindi niya nagawa. Tapos yung sumunod na play after that timeout, he turned the ball over. Then susunod, napunta siya kay Blakely. At natawagan ulit siya ng foul.
How do you snap out of that? Ito yung tinatawag na, teka, nagkakalat ng bahagya.
Well, kailangan your teammates will need to remind you.
And that will just compound the frustrations of Ray Guevara. Sinaksakan siya at napasabit pa ni Marcus Blakely.
Third personal foul on Ray Guevara. Nahuli na siya eh. Sometimes you have to let certain plays pass. Kinakailangan pabayaan mo na, nahuli, okay, para makabawi ka. It's gonna be a lot more difficult na makabawi because you can't play as hard when you have 3 personal fouls.
That's 3 fouls in a span of 10 basketball seconds, though.
Oo.
Tingnan natin, kumaipagpag ni Ray. Yung inabot niya, Guevara mula sa kaliwa.
Pero ang ganda ng ginawa ni Coach Norman Black. Hindi niya agad pinakita na papalitan niya si Ray Guevara.
Anthony Metangan, pupunta kay Ando. The Japanese with a 3-pointer. Emmett trying to stick it back, but Blakely is right there. Devon's pushing it para dito sa Star Hotshots. Iniwan para dito kay Blakely. Nagampala naman ni Anthony. Emmett looking at Guevara on his right side. Ando on the left. Emmett trying to take it himself inside. Tatlo na kumuyog. Lalabas kay Lakay. Guevara. Back to Emmett. 9 seconds to shoot for the guys in white.
Kung mapapansin mo, Maguha, itong play na yan, yung offensive set ng Meralco, yung bola nandito lang sa bandang kanan. Hindi man lang napunta dun sa kabila.
Pingris to Simon. The one-hander is good.
On the other hand, ito namang Star Hotshot, ang bilis ng pasahan nila, ang bilis ng ikot ng bola.
Peter Jude Simon now with a total of 4 points. Guevara in the lane. 14-footer is a miss, but it is picked up by Emmett. He looks to attack Blakely, going to that spin. Tutumo siya sa ating free throw line for 2 shots.
In this first quarter, at least in the first 8.5 minutes, Meralco not really able to run their offense well.
Grabing depensa, pinapakita na itong mga nakadilaw.
Well, sumubok ng kakaibang starting five, si Coach Norman Black. So that means that these guys, hindi pa masyadong magkakakilala rin na magkakasama at the same time at the start of the ball game. So,
pero now the big guns are coming in, Dom. Cortez and David, yung familiarity factor na hinahanap mo, baka ito na, makuha na.
oh, definitely, Cortez and Gary David, matagal na sila magkasama. A number of conferences already. Alam na ni Mike kung paano i-set up itong si El Granada.
Malyari likewise on the floor naman para dito sa Star. Pingris against 2. Natapik ni Lakay. Matalik na magkaibigan niya, no? Si Danny Ildefonso at si Mark Pingris. Isang Ilocano at isang Panggalapo. Ay, hindi pareho yung taga-Pangasinan.
Di ba Ordaneta Pangasinan si Danny Ay?
Kasurod yun naman. Etong si Sakuragi as he is whistled for his 3rd personal foul. Malaking dagong niya.
Yun yung mga minsan kapag nakitignan mo yung Mark Pingris na minsan sinasabi mo, takbo sana wag na lang. But kasama yun nung aggressiveness ni Mark Pingris. One thing about Mark Pingris is marunong siya mag-manage ng fouls niya kapag umabot na siya ng 3. Usually after the 3rd one, he's able to settle down and figure out kung paano ba yung gagawin niya for that ball game.
Speaking of figuring out, Emmett Nasukat na yung 3-point line dito sa Cuneta. Hatid sa atin yan ang PLDT Home Devolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Devon Smith ang bola. Anthony right on him. Pasa niya dire-diretso sa outside. As we head into this timeout, 2:29 natitira sa quarter number 1. Of course, everybody looking forward to having Chico Nervasa back with the PBA family. Of course, he used to coach dito sa ating PBA.
Shell.
Oo.
You know siya, Pure Foods.
And hanggang ngayon, current president pa rin siya ng Basketball Coaches
6
Association.
seconds on the shot clock. 6 seconds to shoot.
6 na segundo natitira sa shot clock na ito, Meralco. Anthony has to go quicker. Attacking the gut of the defense. Sean Anthony goes last to deliver the deuce.
Doon nanggagaling yung puntos. Now, if you remember, the past two conferences, the games that Meralco has won, Sean Anthony scores, Cliff Hodge scores, dun sa mga ganung mga plays, broken down plays, yung hindi stagnant yung offensive nila. They're able to get to the spot that they get open and get those easy shots.
Devons from Yap. Nice pocket pass para dito sa Star Hotshots.
Makikita mo yung Star Hotshots in that offensive set, yung bilis ng ikot ng bola at yung eksaktong paggalaw nung nasa opposing side to be able to get to that open spot, and they knew where to go. Kasi nung previous timeout, nagsabi sila na masyadong masikip yung kanilang ofensiba.
Emmett misses. Yap para sa board. Malyari racing down the basketball court. Rifles it over to Baroka. Malyari tatanggap. 3-pointer on the way. Hindi uubra.
Good thing for Meralco. They haven't been playing particularly well. Dikit yung laro.
Cortez puts it on the floor. Faking the pass to Anthony. Pull-up jumper is good for the former first overall pick from back in 2003.
Just a perfect ball fake pass para dito kay Sean Anthony, leaving Mike Cortez wide open for that shot.
Devons, another one of those former first overall picks. Hits it over to Baroka. JDV bobbles, recovers. 5 to shoot for the guys in yellow. Blakely nagpapasabit sana pero malinis yung pagkakatapik ni Emmett.
Alam mo, ang naisip ko lang doon sa move na yun ni Marcus Blakely, matagal na nga talaga siya dito.
Alam na niya eh.
Alam niya yung mga ganung mga move. Kasi
David,
hindi mo makita yun sa ibang mga liga eh.
oo. Ildefonso mula sa hindi si Kevin Durant, hilig din gawin yun. Basta may nakita nakaumang ng konti yung depensa mo, aangatan at aangatan.
Pero bibihira, di ba?
Actually, si Durant pa lang nakaka-perfect pa yata sa iba. Sa atin, maraming nakakahuli niya. Baroka on the attack. Nakawala kay Cortez. Yap for 3. James has been struggling from that three-point line all tournament long. He's 0 for 7 now here in the Governor's Cup. Diyan po nagtatapos ang first quarter of action. Ito pong Meralco makakapagbaon ng 1-point na lead. 19-18 ang nasa ating talaan. Andre Emmett getting it done from distance. Pero si Blakely hindi rin naman magpapahuli para dito sa Star Hotshots.